Xiaolin Chen is head of international at KraneShares. She told me the disappointing figures didn't come as a total surprise.
Not, completely, given, the weaker demands from the external outside of China has been very persistent over the months to months. Though I do think the exports drop would be a wake-up call for Chinese policymakers to realize the economic rebound would have to contribute significantly from a domestic economy.
And the pressures now is really piling on Chinese policymakers to increase stimulus measures, isn't it?
Absolutely the key. It is a wake-up call. If not, the policymaker has already been acknowledging the weaker or potentially the uncertainty outside of China may not be able to contribute to their overall growth target for this year, that they clearly need to do more to support the domestic economy. They have been very vocal in giving a very clear signal to have a pro-growth policy in place and also liquidity injected. And the data came out today, if you notice, the total social financing loans or the renminbi loan and the M2 credit growth, all of them have a very solid data in June, which is very encouraging to see the policymakers, encouraging the corporates, encouraging the households to take the liquidity, and now they are taking the liquidity. The credit growth in households somewhere around 7% month over month, where the corporates actually take up more credit in June, over 20%. This is very encouraging sign. If you ask me, that now finally the liquidity is reaching to the corporate, the liquidity is reaching to the household. Hopefully that can, in return, give corporate more confidence to create more jobs, family feel more confident to or more comfortable to spend.
I know we have important half-yearly China GDP data out next week. What is your expectation?
The street expects that Q2 should be a high number, then Q1 should probably around the 6% mark. Of all the data we have been seeing, I do think it should be between the 5 mark, around the 5 mark. That actually would be just in line with the whole year target. It's not going to be enough to deliver the whole year growth target, but I remain optimistic. July, you have a very important Politburo meeting happening in July. I hope policymakers will acknowledge that they need to help more on domestic economy. They will provide more liquidity, more feasible spending, more corporate, policy to support the corporate hiring, creating jobs. I really think we'll see some concrete announcements, concrete measures get introduced in July, coupled with GDP data.